Hello, this is our presentation of SeaLane2020, our augmented reality application for the OPENWERX Challenge Fogbreaker. The mission was to create an app to allow service navigation in fog or night conditions with little or no forward visibility, and to provide visual indications of obstacles ahead. Our team is TampaDeepSeaXplorers. We are a diverse group of scientists, engineers, makers, and enthusiasts assembled to tackle the Shell Ocean Discovery X Prize and a number of other challenges along the way, including the OPENWERX Challenge. Our first primary goal was to create a mobile augmented reality application and to incorporate navigation, AIS, display, and VisMute features into a common device application. A sub-goal of Goal 1 was a navigational route requirement, where we could present GPS waypoints and or visual representation of the route so that the boat pilot does not have to look at a console to stay on course. Our solution includes magnetic heading, magnetic course, speed, and the current time. We also include a dynamic depth readout. All of this information is provided to the application through a black box on the vessel itself. In addition, we have a GPS moving map inset, which pulls GPS information and map information from the internet or stored from the device. We also incorporate a forward-looking infrared for obstacle detection and collision avoidance. This is an optional feature that would work through the black box on the vessel. We also include an infrared view for situational awareness, when this is an overlay from an infrared camera onto the live video. We also include a visual indication of GPS waypoints and known obstacles, synthetic course guidance, night vision saving red light display, which is an overlay over monochrome video, which preserves the night vision capabilities of the boat pilot and crew. The vessel can be piloted entirely by referencing only the augmented reality display. A sub-goal of our primary goal is to provide AIS information, display information. This is to provide ship locations data from AIS navigational plotters. Our solution includes AIS location of nearby ships indicated on the display from the navigational plotters. An optional feature that we may add later would be ship heading and speed information that could be displayed visually as well. Another sub-goal was manual data display requirement of known obstacles, danger areas, buoys, markers, etc. Our solution displays known navigational routes, navigation fixes, and buoy locations displayed from maritime navigation data sources, such as maritime maps and online information. Another sub-goal was the VisMute requirement, which allows the operator to immediately mute or kill visual indicators on demand with one button. Our solution allows users to individually mute and remove from display each type of indicator with a single button press. They can toggle these on and off as they choose. We also include a one-touch visual muting of all indicators in a display declutter button. The user can also select full color, monochrome, infrared, and red light display. The infrared, as I pointed out earlier, is an overlay on live video and can be toggled between 25%, 50%, and 75% transparency as needed, depending upon the light conditions that exist at the time. This is a modification of the original mock-up slides to show our implementation. If you look at the screen, it is a low light condition where there's very little visibility. In the center, you see the diamond shape that indicates a waypoint, in this case, waypoint 36. The dotted line shows the intended course, and the squares indicate upcoming waypoints along the course. In the background, you see that there is an obscured ship, which has been identified as the Exxon Valdez. And then we can hardly see that, but we are getting that AIS information, and it's identified the target in the video. In the lower right, you see the display brightness selections. The user can select to increase or decrease brightness. In the upper right, you can see the buttons to enable and disable various display options. In the upper left, we see the VisMute button to kill all of the displayed objects. And in the lower left, the global map inset, which can be toggled to be the main display, and then the live feed would be in the inset. We can toggle that back and forth, and we can also, of course, turn the map feature off if desired. This next slide displays the same scene, but in a normal lighting condition, and you see the same features as they would be displayed, with the exception that we don't see the AIS information in this view. Secondary goal of this challenge is the video capabilities of the augmented reality app, and we'd like to present the video representation of the app as it's currently in development to demonstrate control features, object recognition, among some of the other requirements. This slide shows our current mock-up of our application as it's being written. If you look at the picture, that's the Skyway Bridge, a well-known landmark here in the Tampa Bay area. And the crosshairs indicate our current heading and course. And if you look at the hourglass at the bottom of the crosshairs, that's an indicator for our intended virtual course. Below that, you see some red triangles and red rectangles. These represent infrared display overlaid on the live video. Currently, we're in monochrome mode. In the lower right, you see a compass heading that indicates our magnetic heading. In the lower left, you see a world map view that is currently in the red light setting. And as before, we can toggle between this inset to make it the main picture or the inset as we choose. And then across the top bar, you see our magnetic course, magnetic heading. These two are different because of current. So it's possible that we're tracking along a course on 121, even though the bow of the boat is pointed at 118. Our speed is 22.3 knots. Depth of the water is 112 feet, and the current time is 2:46 Zulu time. Okay, so part of the secondary goal is the video display of low light maritime navigation. There was a brightness adjustment requirement that the augmented reality adjusts display based on light level. Our solution allows for the device to adjust the brightness automatically based on the features of the device. The user can also override this by adjusting display brightness manually, and we saw that in the mock-up where we had the brightness indicator. We also had a requirement for matching of detected objects to the virtual icons, and to integrate the object detection to match virtual icons to real-world objects. We saw that with the Exxon Valdez represented in the mock-up. Our solution would be to use OpenCV to do object recognition and also possibly to indicate speed and heading of targets. Some correlation of virtual icons to real-world objects could be done. However, this is dependent upon the amount of available memory and computing power of the device. Not all devices would be able to incorporate this feature. Next is a video of our actual mock-up in a low light condition, and the operator is selecting various features on the screen. The picture is of a beach scene, and you can see the live video, the waves coming in. So this is an actual application that is in development. It is an actual product that we will be building and presenting. So in summary, our application meets the core requirements of the Fogbreaker challenge. Additional enhancements are incorporated to improve usefulness, safety, and stealth capabilities. It would be useful for military and civilian use. And this application has been accepted to compete in the HeroX Big Ocean Button challenge. So this software will be developed and will be an actual product. And you can follow our development and see our development files and get on GitHub under TampaDeepSeaX/SeaLane2020. Thank you very much.